Hello and welcome back to my channel. This reading is for group number 1. So go ahead, get your beverage, your tea, your coffee, your water, whatever it is you need to relax. I'm drinking milk. Remember, take what resonates, leave the rest for your neighbor. What isn't for you is likely for them. Okay, today's reading is all about what you need to know right now. The way that this is going to go down is I have all of the cool cards already pulled with specific questions that I've asked, so we'll tune deeper into your energy. Okay, so group 1, let's get into it. When I was shuffling all of your cards, the song Foreigner's God by 𝚙𝚎𝚊𝚗𝚗𝚎 came through. So I'm going to read the lyrics for you. She moved with shameless wonder, the perfect creature rarely seen, since some liar brought the thunder when the land was godless and free. Her eyes look sharp and steady into the empty parts of me, but still my heart is heavy with the hate of some other man's beliefs. Always a well-dressed fraud who wouldn't spare the rod, never for me. Screaming the name of a foreigner's God, the purest expression of grief. Wondering who I copy, mustering some tender charm. She feels no control of her body. She feels no safety in my arms. I have no language left to say it, but all I do is quake for her, breaking if I try convey it. The broken love I make to her. All that I've been taught and every word I've got is foreign to me. Screaming the name of a foreigner's God, the purest expression of grief. Alright guys, this is giving me some sad vibes. It feels like a deep inner questioning, but I also pick up like a feeling of, I don't want to say it, but a heartbreak or grief. Like missing somebody or like not realizing what you had until it was gone type of energy. Yeah, very interesting. Screaming the name of a foreigner's God is like to scream out to any god shows deep desire for clarity in one's life or relief of some sort of pain. Okay. And this could be coming from a breakup. This could be coming from heartbreak. This could be coming from seeing other people break up. This is deeply like, what is the meaning of love? Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and look at it. The card that's representing you guys is intuition. The pressing agenda at hand in your guys' life, we have Page of Swords and Four of Swords. Ew, I don't know why immediately, guys, I don't negate anything that comes through in a motherfucking reading, but why immediately did my mind think of that story on that documentary series, The Way Down, which is actually based in a town that I lived in for a little bit, but it's all about that cult, that religious cult. Why does this remind me of like having to accept someone's beliefs to be with them? I'm getting this like, you guys are like trying your best to use your intuition in some area, or you're seeing what? Hold on, let me get clarity on who is you and who is not you. All right, I'm talking to the person who is attracting this chaotic energy to them, okay? So what I was about to say is like, this Four of Swords, Page of Swords energy, it's energy that like is questioning changing their beliefs for you. In the intuition card, I'm seeing you guys as so beautiful, so worldly and seductive in the sense of like, you know, when you just have like a beautiful aura and you see like a priestess, that kind of seductive. It's like seductive because of your relationship with the divine. I see this energy of heavy contemplation around you, of like if they should reach out to you, if they should change for you, because, and it's all in the realm of mind. Okay, the directional guidance you're getting, I rolled the sun. So it's like you are meant to be focusing on yourself and bringing light to all that is beautiful about you. You're not meant to get hung up on whatever this energy is that's in your field. It's kind of like, it's reminding me of like maybe someone who said no to you, or something didn't work out with because of beliefs, and now they're questioning their beliefs because it took you out of their life. Okay, this is very interesting. I just want to keep looking at all of the cards, but I'm purposely gonna chill with these. All right, let's get some 432 hertz up in here with my tuning forks to just ground the energy. That one was kind of weak. Hold on. Literally, I'm looking at this because the Page of Swords and Four of Swords represent like a pressing agenda in your life, and I'm just like, you have people on ice. That's literally what I'm getting. It's like people are on ice, or people are like, it's like they're trying to question if they want to come in your auric field. Like literally, they're trying to they're like imagining themselves doing it and going through all the possible outcomes before they even do it. Okay, and your directional guidance, and this is different than the angelic guidance that we're going to get later in this reading. This is directional guidance. So like, what direction should you be focusing on? Is, guys, my ear just started ringing so loud. You focus on you, please. If you are the sun, then when you stare at these people on ice, you start to melt the ice, and they're meant to be in this limbo because of the frequency that you carry and the light that you shine. It's actually awakening things around you like you couldn't explain it. That's the weaver doing a grand job at weaving a beautiful tapestry. Okay, let's move forward. Let's see. You guys got me on edge. What? Okay, what is all this alchemizing into? The moon. You're not even letting me know? You got the sun and the moon. You are maintaining this is giving me like, just hold on, guys. Sometimes I forget to put my phone on do not disturb. It's giving me it's giving me someone who like deleted their social media and hasn't had social media for like a while, and you're like about to come back on, or like you have this whole plot, people are trying their best to like see it, know what's going on with you. How'd you get so beautiful? How'd you get so successful? How'd you get so in tune with your intuition type energy? And you're just like embracing the mystery around you. It's like, oh, my ear is ringing so loud, guys. It's like there's a very beautiful thing that you've been protecting, and you're meant to keep protecting it. Although this energy is coming into your field, I see it. It's like, and you guys know, you see it too. You're looking right at it. You knew it was going to come up in this reading. What? What the heck, guys? Okay, let's see your angelic guidance. You guys are like 10 minutes in. Your angelic guidance: banyan blessings, security, the hermit, expansion and stability, and baraka, power, strength, force, and expansion. That one came through in the last reading. You guys are learning how to defend your boundaries. It's like you've cast a circle and now you are learning to defend the circle you've cast. It's like you decided that you were going to become inaccessible to people who no longer meet your frequency, and now people are searching for you and you are having to maintain those boundaries, and you're learning through that. And this is your guidance, is to make your home, your physical home, as clean and spiritually hygienic as possible. Like the way that you tend to your own environment, what you hermit into directly reflects the state of your hermit phase, okay? And so I'm picking up like this need to look at your environment like it's an alive force, because you might be meeting some resistance to having to maintain these boundaries, and you're going to want to like retreat and let out that energy somewhere. And the safer and more nourishing your environment is, the better and easier that's going to go for you. It's like some of you guys are getting a little annoyed at whatever's testing you, which makes sense because we'll talk about it as we move forward. But the dice I rolled for you about what you're being tested is Scorpio. So there could actually be a Scorpio in your life that's just bothering you. But at the end of the day, this is showing me that like you're having to trust. It's hard to trust the part of you that's angry, right? And like the angry part of us a lot of times makes boundaries so that we can be safe. And so then it could be easy, especially if we have been more of a people-pleasy person, to easily gaslight ourselves and be like, you know what? No, I only made that boundary because I was angry, and like I don't have a right to be angry. No. You're learning how to maintain a boundary, maintain a castle wall, because you are learning how precious what is inside. And it's like you've caught a glimpse of it and you are putting more sunlight on it. It's like you saw the little sprout and now you're like, I will see that to full bloom. And that's you towards yourself. Okay, let's see what it is that you need to know right now. I pulled 2 cards. I've got Judgment, Higher Self, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. For some of you guys, this has been family, the people you've been putting on ice. What the heck? For some of you, it's like, whoa. I want to get one more clarifying card for you guys for this. Let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles. It's like hard to maintain a boundary with family when you've moved through so much chaos to get to the point where you finally feel safe enough to speak what it is you're going through. 5 of Pentacles reversed to claim it. Channeled message, but it's easy to narrate in our minds, be like, oh, like our parents did the best they can, and you know they didn't have much and they did the best they could with what they had. Yes and no. It could be both. You know, there's still a little inner child in there that deserves for you to be angry right now, deserves for you to stand up, deserves for you to make boundaries, deserves for you to respect your voice and what you're saying and know what rooms you need to be in when your family didn't, or when your family was toxic. But I'm also seeing this in regards to, because this can be talking about family or money or both. And it's like you're under judgment for success. Okay, you're under like physical scrutiny from others, but your higher self is showing you through the energy of judgment a higher lesson about who you are and how to maintain a grounded reality and identity in who you are, no matter what judgments occur outside of you, but also how to rightfully judge ourselves on if we are being good or bad for ourselves, for the world, you know. But I'm picking up on definitely an energy of like, it's hard to not show up to things that, oh my god, what the hell was I saying with that cult energy, y'all, earlier? I am not fucking lying right now. That's what I'm saying with this. It's like, it was like some energy where it's like getting you to change your beliefs to be accepted into something, but it could also be like not accepting you because you changed your beliefs and left something. That's what I'm seeing here. And it's like judgment that you're experiencing from that. So I feel like you could have been questioning, like, am I crazy, or is this actually going on in the background? It is. There's people who don't have anything better to do that are judging you because you decided to go on a journey of mystery with this moon card up here, a journey of trusting in the unknown, a journey of not being so afraid of the dark, literally, the moon. I'm getting defensive over you guys. There's always people on your team is something you need to know. There's always people, there were people who, even in your bloodline, who are just like you, who are close to you in the spirit realm. You know, you never know why you are the way you are, but there's so much beauty, and you're never, like, I feel like that's something really hard to accept, but really beautiful to accept, is like, even if something like crazy terrible is happening to you, it's very, 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 very unlikely that you're the only person that thing has ever happened to. Even with like the craziest of illnesses, right? It's even a form of meditation and dealing with chronic illness to feel the weight of your own pain, but then imagine others that are feeling the same, and just realizing that others have felt it relieves the mind and reinforms the mind that this isn't as isolating, and this pain can actually be a form of connection. So you're not physically detaching yourself in this negative way like others may be projecting or judging you to do. It's a lot more beautiful. And there's a lot more beautiful of a story being woven for you and the people who come after you, about what it looks like to be confident in your boundaries and to maintain them, and to respect them, and to demand respect from others for them. Because people are wondering what you got going on. Okay, what resolve is coming soon? Let's see. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Resolve is coming soon with the Page of Swords. That's so crazy, because the Page of Swords is up there too with the pressing agenda. This is going to come to light soon. I feel like I'm actually getting very clear message that you could be getting an apology, or forgiveness, and it might not be physical. Someone could apologize to you in their heart or forgive you in their heart, and it'll physically change the frequency of things around you. You could be doing this, or there could be a physical apology, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, but there's a full circle resolve happening. there's also something happening from the situation and the judgment of this situation where you actually take responsibility for where you have also maybe treated others how you are being treated, and it's integrating into this karmic resolution that you're going through and up-leveling you for this new experience. And the scorpionic energy that you are really in the birthing canal with is showing you the pain that therefore creates pleasure, or vice versa, the pleasure that therefore creates pain. It's like a boundary feels good, but it may cause a little pain when you make that, when it cuts other people off from you. Okay, let's see. I have 3 cards for just what the realest of the real is going on with you right now. We're going to dive into this. 3 of Cups reversed. The Star, 2 of Swords. Yeah, it's like you're literally moving out of some... I don't know why, but the human design placement, the Fellowship of Man, is coming through, which I can't remember what gate that is, but I know it's in my chart. But it's like you're stepping out of unfulfilling conversations and connections, and you're starting new. You are probably feeling very alone and isolated and even a little bit traumatized. I'm seeing the 2 of Swords like antennas on an ant, of like having to really feel out a situation, of like even being a little socially awkward or socially inept in situations because of feeling like you experienced something crazy. Like, and if this is some weird cult energy, it could have been religious or familial or whatever it is. It's so hard to come out of a fixed type of group that acts in a certain way and everyone has to be the same into a diverse world of change and taboo things. Okay, so I see you with the Star, like this deep regeneration and humility and vulnerability that is coming into a new way of life. Like when you're born, you're naked, and also that birth is very, very painful. 2 but that new life and that baby is created from one of the most pleasurable things that we can experience in life, which is the act of sexual intercourse. Okay, not all the times is that positive, but just showing you that as an example. Okay guys, so let's look at what all of this is evolving into. The evolution of all of this for you is the Queen of Swords reversed. I feel like you thought that making your boundaries real was going to turn you into something scary, but you're actually realizing like it's not. Like with the Queen of Swords reversed, you're like, oh, it's not as hard as I thought. And there's like an innocence that you still maintain, and you thought maybe that might die off when you stand firm in your boundaries and choose this new way of life, choose to leave these negative situations and put the spotlight just on you. And it's not as egoic or self-centered as your mind was projecting it to be. It's like or not even that. It's like it's not like you're mean. You know, you may be like, oh, if I make boundaries, I'm mean. And now it's like you made the boundaries. You're like, oh my God, no. It's really simple, actually, guys. It's like you guys are just really sensitive human beings who don't want to hurt others. But you've awakened to something precious inside of you that deserves protection. And you thought, oh, maybe it's going to require like all of this armor and all of this like grit. And it's way more simple than that. Okay. It's like simply about just like cleansing the old and welcoming in the new. And you're going through these new corridors of life with your antennas out. But that's okay, because it's also awakening you to be deeper in touch with your intuition. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening to this reading here today. Welcome back to my channel. This reading is for group 2. Grab you a drink, tea, coffee, whatever it is, water, sparkling or just flat. I have a glass of milk. Okay, guys. Today's reading is all about what you need to know right now. The way it's going to work is I have all cards already chosen. We will reveal them together with questions that I have already asked, so we'll be going deep today. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest for your neighbor, because what isn't for you is likely for them. Okay, when I was shuffling your guys' cards, I was hearing that old song by Emily Osment that came out like in Hannah Montana times. And it was that song, it's like, I don't think about it. I don't think about it. And I'm looking over there and I see the Four of Cups on the bottom of my miniature Rider-Waite deck after I just shuffled. And I'm getting like, because that song is also like, I won't cry any tears, I'll just live without you. So, group 2, whatever it is you're not wanting to think about, that you don't want to cry about, or whatever it is, I feel like it might come through in this reading, or you're just simply being acknowledged in what you're going through. Okay, let me play my tuning fork for you guys. 432 hertz. My dog is crying. But every time I open the door for him, he does not want to come in. He's just gonna cry out there. How sad. Hold on, guys. Okay, I don't think about it. What the heck is this, guys? I want to know immediately, but we're going to go ahead and get into it. Okay, so the card that's representing you, we have be in service. Okay, are you guys workaholicing? Be in service. Okay, in the pressing agenda that is facing you guys right now, Page of Swords reversed, King of Wands reversed. Be in yeah, it's like work is getting the best of y'all. But it's like you're happy to focus on it. I just heard the song, I'm just living that life. Cult classic, but I'm still pop. But it's like, I'm just living that life. It's like being sarcastic. It's like you're like, I'm just living that life, but you're like, you're being sarcastic because it's like you're super busy. You're stuck in a past version of you or something. Because I hear, not here, but I see with your directional guidance I rolled the South Node. It's like there's something, it's like past life karma that you are going through right now. It's like you're paying off an old debt. You're paying off an old due. I don't think about it. I don't want to think about it is reminding me of you're like, I don't even have the energy to think about what I could be doing different. Okay, maybe it's because there's like a huge change that's occurred in your life. That's kind of shaken you into an unconscious pattern or something like this. Okay, let's see what you're alchemizing all this into. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, it's giving, like, I just want to get bills paid, food on the table, don't come knocking, don't ask if I need anything. Okay, guys. But where's the fun? I just saw someone who was like turning down their bed at like 4 p.m. There's something that you guys are, it's not that you're hiding it, it's like you just don't want none. You don't want nothing too much right now. It's like all you can take is what you've got on the table. some of you guys could be caretaking, like this service, be in service could represent that you're a mom or a parent or a dad, a grandparent, a teacher. You could be a caregiver of like actual like elderly people, or something about this is it's giving like service though, that requires emotion. So like you could just be a server, but it's reminding me of like like even a nurse. And you know what? Like nurses are so tired. We don't give enough credit to them. They stay up all hours of the night and day inside of these fluorescent buildings, just keeping people healthy, right? And then like, why, if that was your life all the time, like you might crave to do some certain things, but it's not like you're gonna crave to like go out. You're too tired. Like you just want to enjoy the house you've been working to pay for type of energy. I feel like this is very much like I feel like now I'm picking up on like this is also giving me like stay at home mom or stay at home wife type of energy, where it's like you're constantly in service. But I see with this King of Wands reversed and Page of Swords, it's like there's no communication that comes through, like there's no gratitude and there's no respect. Okay, and I know I've been kind of pushing around it for a second here. We're 7 minutes in, but and it's like you're fine. I just gotta go to the next card. Angelic guidance, Jinn. Wildness, enigma, service, choices. Who are you in service to? Okay, that's a question I for real have for y'all. Whatever it may be. Y'all got me a little stumped. It's not like I'm stumped on the reading. It's like I'm stumped. I feel stumped. Like tapping into your energy. It's like y'all feel stumped. You guys don't know what to do. It's just like all you've known is to be in service. What else are you gonna do? I feel like you guys are just really concerned with just being the best version of yourself. And I'm picking up on a lot of selflessness from this group. And I feel like you're being guided to just like let your wild side come out a little bit more. However, 555, however that may come across for you guys. It could be just like jamming out to music or whatnot. But I feel like you guys have had to work to get to a place where you feel like you're protected and safe in your space. But now that you have it, there's like joy. There's a spark of joy that is being. It's like you're yearning for it. There's something about feeling like there's not enough time in your life for maybe certain relationships. And this could have to do with the work or whatever you're in service to. And if the service has to do with like some sort of spirituality, this could have to do with rewilding the feminine. Like this could be something that you've been thinking about, and like you're in this heavy contemplation of like, how do you shift from being in a more like kind of matrix style life into doing those things? Because you might have like a partner and kids, or like live a super picket fence life, but now you're looking to be in service in other ways. It's like you really enjoy helping others, but you want to be met with that same energy in return. And you don't want to be in this energy anymore, like you're feeling like you have to close people out, because I feel like you're ready to be seen, but you're being tested. It's like, do you love yourself enough to be seen? I'm not meaning to call you out. Let me sip this tea. I also had tea, but I just finished all my milk. Okay, so what do you need to know right now? Hold on, wait. We do have to stop back up here at this Page of Swords and King of Wands, like reversed. That's two masculine energies upside down. It's just giving like, this could be two suns. I don't know. That's kind of like specific, but that's why I do these pick a group readings, is because I can get more specific with them. It's like, whoever you guys are, it's like you put yourself to the side. And I want to get to the end of the reading, so I see when y'all stop. 11:11 on the clock. I want to see you put yourself first, okay? But that's just me. Okay, what do you need to know? Got two cards here. Intuition, Inner Child, and the Queen of Pentacles. You need to know, like what I was just saying about transitioning of like what you do in service to others. I feel like there could be a fear because of whatever experience you've had thus far with masculine energy of being seen in your divine femininity, or even being a wealthy woman, or if you're not a woman, just being a wealthy person, or being the breadwinner, or being seen as spiritual or witchy in public, when you may have children, or like a spouse that's not super into that either. There's something about being seen and you needing to follow your intuition about showing others who you really are, because of how that frees your inner child and also creates this wealth in your life, this abundance and this prosperity. I hate that I'm picking this up as super specific, but I grew up super religious, and I was told all the time, like whenever I was in more of my feminine energy, like that I was being like a Jezebel spirit or something. And I feel like you guys could have experienced this or been like demonized or called like the W word or the S word before, just being demonized for being beautiful or in your sexuality or in your sensuality, and you are reclaiming that. I'm seeing that heavy. It's like you've had to protect yourself off. It's like ward off this toxic masculinity, whether that came in the version of men or women or whatever, or work, and you're relearning this, how to follow your flow, how to create this sacred space and see like this universe inside of you. It's very beautiful. Let's look at what resolve is coming soon. Justice. Your hard efforts are paying off. You're changing your own karma by moving out of resistance and into love for this wild aspect of yourself. You're realizing that the time has passed. It's like you don't have time anymore to hide yourself. Too much time has passed now. You're seeing just how worth it you are. So the universe is reflecting that to you. I just got like an intuitive hit to just kind of be like, are you ready to win an award? Are you ready to be seen? Are you ready to get promoted? Are you actually ready to be a bestseller? Are you ready for people to know your name because of what you do? It's very beautiful. I'm seeing you guys. It's like this energies come to you to see if you will shut the door on it. And I do see you guys initially maybe being hesitant and overly focused on what you has been taking your energy for so long, but as soon as you get the time to ground your energy, it's like you know what to say no to. You close the doors and you open this new door to a new level of who you are in service to, what you are in service to, and how that expands throughout you. It's very beautiful. Okay, let's see the 3 cards that came out for just the realist of the real of where you're at, what's going on with you. The Death card, Justice, and the Star. You're kidding. Yeah, you're being initiated into your highest timeline. Hello, welcome, congratulations. I'm glad that I could be here. Thank you. You are entering in, you're passing through the gate. I'm happy to welcome you, to give you this message. It's confirmed, it's been set into motion that this change is bound to happen. You are meant to be seen, you are meant to be heard, you are meant to be felt. You are in alignment with divine accordance and divine law, and therefore you are reaping what you have sown. And the changes that are coming into your life, though they bring things into balance and may require you to start over in some ways, the journey of life is all about what you make of it. And this you are learning over and over again in every situation, continuing to find the most beautiful, highest version of yourself in all the cracks and crevices and all the wrinkles on your skin and all the imperfections and the flaws that you see reflecting back at you that show you the weaving of this beautiful story that you've already been through. Okay, your guys' energy has got me into a channel flow here, and I'm just seeing this beauty because that's 3 major arcana cards coming out for you guys, and all of this has been dependent on you've been reluctant to the complacency that you've been stuck in thus far, and now it's like you're looking at it and you're closing the door on this complacency. You're honoring the wild call within you. A book that's coming to mind that you guys might love is The Women Who Run with Wolves, and it's a retelling. It's actually multiple retellings of stories that are very beautiful from all different cultures. But I'm just seeing you guys as the Queen of Pentacles in this Mermaid Tarot deck that I used. She's holding a coin above her head. And I see this coin kind of like an umbrella. It's like this worth that is activated inside of you that acts now as a protection. What did I say about that protection earlier? Okay, it's very beautiful. It's divinely ordained. You got the Justice card twice. Okay, and what the testing that I rolled for you, the dice that I rolled is Leo. So it's all about just shamelessly expressing yourself, being you, being a leader, being seen, being okay with others, being jealous of how much you love yourself. Okay? Look at the journey you've had to go through with this, how many people you've been, how many people you've become and let go of. How many times have you seen these changes before? And now you are up leveling into an even more beautiful version of you. So let's go ahead and see the last 2 cards for the evolution. Page of Wands reversed and the Moon upright. It's like you were once a small grasshopper and now you are a sensei. It's like once you were a daughter of magic and then you became the moon. It reminds me of in Avatar: The Last Airbender, the story of Yue, the princess who becomes the moon. this moon card has music notes all around it, so that could be significant, and you could be a vocal artist or you could make music in some way. But I'm seeing this evolution as what you once thought was going to be a physical journey became an emotional one, and you up-leveled and aligned to yourself the more you surrendered to the flow of emotion, of liminal and subliminal spaces, and let go of the thought that you had to work your way up to the top in some physical way. It's giving a shift from a corporate atmosphere into something more fluid or artistic and creative. It's also reminding me of, it's like somebody who like was a lawyer who quit and decided to start a band. I don't know, but it's like someone who is moving up some sort of hierarchy, and then surrendered to the unknown and the power that comes with it. And there's so much beauty and stardom. It's like the star and the moon. As you surrender to the beauty of who you are in darkness and light, through this whole story you've woven, how much it's taken to get you here to this place already. And you may think, oh, I don't want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. And how am I going to get there? Sometimes you just simply need a reminder of who you are. And it's just that. You're just reminded that there was and is this bigger dream that you have for your life. Be encouraged now to follow it. That's all that I can do, is provide you with the energy that's coming through and that I see. I can't make decisions for you. So be reminded that although there may be time right now where you're in service to people who don't recognize it, you can, and I believe that you will, shift timelines and become this beautiful goddess of attraction and intuition, goddess or god, whatever it may be. But I see that it's all in your power and all in your ability to rewrite your own story, to embrace the confusing parts, to trust that which is not supposed to be in your energy just simply is not, and you don't have to pine for it, to trust that you're meant to be seen. If anything, you're meant to be seen, and don't let it be scared. Even now in this reading, I see you, I support you, and I encourage you along your path, especially in using your voice. Thank you so much for listening to this reading. Hope to see you in another one. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Remember, take what resonates, leave the rest for your neighbor. As we get into this reading, what doesn't resonate with you probably resonates with them, okay? Grab your drink of choice, tea, coffee, water. Today I have milk. Yes, I'm a girl who drinks milk. Go ahead, hate me all you want, I don't care. Alright, today's reading is all about what you need to know right now, obviously. The way it's going to work is I have cards pre-pulled that I've asked specific questions about, and we will uncover those together, all the while seeing what is being revealed. Okay, immediately when I started tapping into the energy of y'all's group, I immediately heard wild child, and I started like wanting the reading to be over, which is like, I know, never a good sign. But the only reason I feel that way is because I'm not someone who goes out a lot. I am not some like, and when I do go out, I go out and like, not to be any type of way, but in a sophisticated manner. Like, I love a date, or just a night out with the friends where it's like low key, but we might do something really beautiful and get really good drinks or food, but I'm not like the raver type. Okay, and I feel like there's some ravers here in this group, and the only reason I started wanting to be like done with y'all's reading is because that's how I feel when I am at a rave. Like, I'm just like, oh, when is this gonna be over? So don't take it personal. I'm gonna burn some incense for us. I'm also applying some lip balm. My lips are getting chapped. Okay, but I tapped in and I was like, I feel like this wild child energy. Oh my god, what is that saying? Sow your wild oats. Yeah, whatever that means, that's you guys. You guys remember when Whole Foods was wild oats? Yeah. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I do. Alright, burning this incense. Alright, thank you guys for being here. Let's go ahead and see where you guys are at. Well, you guys are clearly looking at the bigger picture. I pulled the big picture card. This is coming through very specific, but let me go ahead and see what is coming up next. You guys, I'm almost picking up on a little bit of nihilism, but I know you guys aren't nihilists because you wouldn't be in this video if you were. But it's almost like not caring about the future, like living so much in the moment that you're not caring about your future. There's a difference in living in the moment whilst caring about the future. And living in the moment while just being like, oh, who knows if tomorrow's gonna come type of thing. You know, so I'm seeing you guys as the type of people who, hold on guys, you guys are wild children. You guys are, I don't know how to describe it. You guys are like the type of people who, like, later in life you look back and you're like, how did I get to do so many beautiful things? Because you just said yes to everything. They just get like, this group is the type of group who's like, tomorrow is not promised. The pressing agenda that's pressing on you is resembled as the moon card, and so this feels like time is, it's like you don't trust in time, because also your directional guidance is coming from Neptune, and so it's like you crave to be like deep inside of an interwoven mystery that like you can't make sense of, and therefore I feel like me just giving you that message should be clarifying to whatever it is you're going through right now, because it could be vast. I feel like you guys could, you might not even be like the wild child type of vibe, but you could be like an ex-wild child and now you're a workaholic, or you were a workaholic and now you're a wild child, and you're just like trying your best to trust in a bigger picture while feeling deeply tossed around is what I'm feeling. Okay, so what is all this alchemizing into the world? You're learning so much about you and what you came here to do. Have you guys seen the movie Soul? That Disney movie? It's reminding me of that. It's reminding me of, like, you guys might even have like an inner pressure, like, what am I here to do? And it's not even about that. You're just here to be you. And so you're trusting in this bigger picture, knowing that that is the cure, but it's a little bit uncomfortable. Like, even while I'm tuning into your guys' reading, I feel myself becoming like very nitpicky with myself. I'm also picking up on someone who, with this Neptune energy, this could have to do with alchemizing addictions. There's also an energy of procrastination, like with this bigger picture thing. It's like, oh, if I don't fold my laundry, like the future me will do it. But you don't realize that the future you, like, it's not realizing the amount of responsibility that you're putting on the future you. And so what all this is alchemizing into for you guys. I just see you guys becoming like very aware of the energy of responsibility, while trusting in this unknown energy. Okay, so let's see what your angelic guidance is right now. Baraka, power, strength, force, and expansion. Yeah, it's like you're meant to see this thing through. Whatever it is you're focused on right now, you are meant to see these things through to the end. I feel like your angelic guidance is to activate your solar plexus, like activate your actions. You could need to look into your human design chart to understand more about yourself and how you work in the world. But I'm just seeing this, like this card has a fist clenching. It's like whatever this next chapter is that you are looking to manifest, if that's what you want, it's requiring work from you, even though you can't see ahead. So there could be a tantalizing fear about the future that you have, and so you overly live in the moment. And like I said, guys, it's not like the present moment is all there is, but there's a difference in being present with the past and the future, and just being in the present and negating the past, and not even like looking or understanding how you're influencing the future in the present moment. Okay, so it's like this need to cultivate confidence and strength and like willpower and the ability to say no to things, the ability to find your worth. I feel like there's a lot of things you guys are putting to rest here with what you're alchemizing. It's like you don't understand why so much is changing, or there's so much shady energy, because I have the moon here and Neptune, and you guys being represented by the big picture shows me just this like objective energy of shadiness. It's just like kind of like, it's almost like you're brought to your worth through having to push through so much shady energy and like finally burst out, and like even in defense of yourself. Okay, it's kind of giving this like Mars energy. Okay, so what is it that you need to know right now? I pulled 2 cards. All right, Life Force, Aphrodite, and then the 7 of Cups. Yeah, this Life Force in the 7 of Cups, it's like your life force energy is going in too many directions. It's like it's almost reminding me too of like, we all know these types of people, and we've all been either around some type of person who has been like this, or we have been this person ourselves. But it's like when we have a friend group, but we don't have a friend. Okay, and then all of your friend energy is just drained because it all went to the friend group. But which one is your actual friend? Who can you actually count on? Who knows you? Who could reflect back and give you all the energy you've given them? Okay, there's what you need to know is the power of your life force, the power of starting something and finishing something, the power of seeing a vision and bringing it to manifest, the power that you have as a human to bring things into the world, into creation. Okay, something that's coming through that changed my life is like, God can show you the way, but God can't take the steps for you. You have to do that. That's why you have the power of life force and creation, is to take steps that are aligned with what you see for yourself or feel for yourself. Okay, but you can't expect anyone but you to come in and create the life that you want. It comes from recognition of your worth, which comes from realizing that you are full of a force of life. Okay, so I'm just seeing that this... You guys, look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? It's like before Ariel could go and embrace this whole new world that she's been wanting to be a part of, she put all of her stuff, like she put all of her life force energy into collecting little things that were trash to other people. But really the power was in her voice all along, but she was like kind of distracting herself with all of these little things. Okay, so it's like this energy of, if your angelic guidance is to move forward with force and action and passion and expansion and power and understand your strength, then you first have to rekindle your life force and regain it. So there could be a period of rest up ahead that might seem shaky and shady to you, but trust it and use it as a time to rebuild your life force, planning to use that energy and expend it then for yourself and what you want to see come of this life of yours versus what other people might want to see. Okay, and don't fall to peer pressure, and don't be scared to leave friend groups behind that are not in alignment with your true values. Okay, sometimes it's easier to stay in a position out of fear of losing them than it is to leave out of the confidence in your success. Okay. But over time you'll see you were always meant to choose you, and you are meant to choose you in this now. But I feel like the way that it's coming through, I feel like you are in this deep blue energy, and life is trying to ignite a yellowy orange burst of fire in your life. And that's kind of scary to you because it's like the blues. What is that song? The blues are all the same. Yeah, it's like the blues are all the same everywhere you go, and like the universe sees that, and it's like they're dreaming up a dream for you where there's more life. But it requires you to it requires you to be a steward of your energy. Okay. It requires you to funnel the energy into different places. Okay, so what resolve is coming through? Let's see that. King of Cups. Okay. All right. And then I pulled 3 little cards that are going to tell us the realest of the real, is what I'm calling it, but just showing us point blank what's been going on, what you need to hear, what you need to out. 5 of Pentacles, Justice, Page of Cups. I am not gonna lie, looking at the 7 of Cups and then seeing the King of Cups, it reminds me of like retention. It reminds me of someone who recognized their power. Okay, so the resolve that's coming soon comes from you choosing yourself. Okay, because to be honest, with the realest of the real cards I pulled, which is really funny that I'm calling them that, but 5 of Pentacles into Justice and the Page of Cups, it's like you're going through a testing period. You're going to go through another one. All right. And what's funny enough is the next placement of this reading is the testing. And the testing is the 8th house. And so honestly, guys, I feel like this has to do with, it could be addictions. taboo things. It could be a relationship, it could be sex and relationships, it could be belief, it could be your darkness, whatever it is. It's like you're already going through a testing period. The universe is about to bring things into balance here with the Justice card. In some way you will be seeing why. You could even be finding out something about your childhood and why you've had these patterns. But then with the Page of Cups after that, it's like, now you know, what are you going to do with the information? And you either embark and are now a page and eventually become a king, or you are a page and you start over continuously again. Okay. It's like, what are you going to do with the information presented to you? Like, even right now in this reading, like, what are you going to do with all of this? I feel like there's clear answers if you're to look at your family tree of why certain things have been happening this way. That could even be triggering for some people, because it might be so overwhelmingly obvious that's the case, but it's scary to look back at the past, and it's scary to accept things. But acceptance is bringing you justice, and justice is clarity. Okay. There's something about not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Like, what is that about? I don't know. I feel like some of you will just know what that will relate to, because that's a saying. It's like, don't throw everything away when some of it's still valuable. Some of that is in regards to your family, guys. Some of that's just in regards to yourself. I feel like some of you guys are negating yourself. You're putting yourself down. That happens when we have addiction. We can go into the self-guilt, self-pity cycle, which then continues to fund our addiction or fuel the addiction. Because in reality, when we're addicted to substances to alleviate certain deeper feelings, we're actually deeper addicted to those feelings themselves. But take it how it resonates. This could also be like certain beliefs that have been addictive, but it's I'm seeing for some people it's like addiction to people who reinforce negative self-esteem. And it's like because it's like for some of you, it's like the fire doesn't ignite in you until you have to defend yourself. And that's like a really bad indication if it takes that to get you to care. We have to learn positive ways to spark our fire, to fan our flames, right? It shouldn't take re-experiencing abusive or negative situations, and it shouldn't take throwing ourselves out on the cold or being thrown out in the cold. Okay, but it does take trusting in the unknown, trusting in the quite literal invisible, and trusting in your own inner competence to just move through things day to day. All right, so again, I'm seeing the resolve that's coming. It feels like it brings this maturity. All right, so maybe you guys have just been acting in outdated patterns. All right, the testing is the 8th house, so it's all taboo, dark shadow, karma. All right, the evolution that all of this is leading to is the Chariot. I love this. It's like, I just see you guys, the evolution this is leading to is you guys understanding just how worth it the journey has been for you to finally see yourself, to finally know yourself, to finally see the dreams you have as worthy of putting life and time into them. Okay, we live in a day and age of like dopamine burnout, and so when we have a goal and we don't have dopamine hits from making small successes and towards our goals every day, it just tanks our self-esteem. We have to remind ourselves it's a slow and steady wins the race, guys. And so you're learning through making your desires into this like entity, into this being, into this thing that is worthy of your love, and trusting in the unknown. You're learning how the universe brings cycles to fruition and cycles to beginnings. You're learning how the scales of justice unfold in your life through your own free will. You are learning how the taboo and the shadow aspects of life are all very beautiful and all very necessary and all very powerful. And you're learning that you haven't been like a slave of the darkness. You haven't been like a prisoner of the darkness. You've been I'm getting the energy of Persephone. It's like you're a queen of the darkness. All right. And that's why you've had to learn how to grow within it. But in order to take your steps up that hierarchy from that Seven of Cups to the Page of Cups to the King of Cups, it takes restoring that which was broken, which is the truth of who you are, your self-concept, which can't be restored through meaningless connections with others. It's restored through deep connection with yourself that opens the door to deep connection with others, or deep connection with others that opens the door to deep connection with yourself, whatever it may be. But this evolution is because, like I was saying, with all that wild child energy, it's like so distracted from the bigger picture because you're overly, I don't want to say that, but it's like so distracted by the bigger picture that you don't realize it's been time to get in the car and go. It's been time to get in the car and move, or start that project, or, get to going. All right. So I hope this reading resonated with you. Thank you for choosing group number 3. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in another reading.